the craziest philosopher in history. Introduction. Hello, dear viewers. Welcome to our channel. Today, we dive into the lives of some of the most eccentric philosophers who have ever walked the earth. From ancient Greece to the modern era, we'll explore the stories of those who not only thought outside the box, but lived outside it as well. Sit back and join us as we unravel the tales of the craziest philosophers in history. Part 1. Diogenes of Sinope. Our journey begins in ancient Greece with Diogenes of Sinope, the founder of Cynicism. Known for his radical lifestyle and sharp wit, Diogenes was a man who truly embodied his philosophy. Diogenes was born around 412 BC in Sinope, an Ionian colony on the Black Sea. He moved to Athens, where he became a pupil of Antisthenes, the founder of Cynicism, lifestyle and anecdotes. Diogenes lived in a large ceramic jar instead of a house, renounced all material possessions, and often wandered the streets of Athens, carrying a lantern in daylight, claiming to be looking for an honest man. He believed in living a life of virtue in agreement with nature, free from the conventions of society. Notable encounters. Diogenes had many memorable encounters, including one with Alexander the Great. When Alexander offered to grant Diogenes any wish, he simply replied, "Stand out of my sunlight." This audacious response highlighted his disdain for wealth and power. Part 2. Pyrrho of Elis. Next, we move on to Pyrrho of Elis, the founder of Pyrrhonism, an ancient Greek school of skepticism, philosophical beliefs. Pyrrho advocated for ataraxia, or peace of mind, achieved through suspending judgment on beliefs about the known evident. He believed that since we cannot attain certainty about anything, the wise should withhold assent and live in accordance with appearances. Eccentric behavior. Pyrrho's skepticism extended to everyday life. It's said he had to be constantly watched by his friends, as he would often disregard hazards, believing that one could not be certain of their existence or danger. Part 3. Friedrich Nietzsche. Jumping forward to the 19th century, we find Friedrich Nietzsche, a German philosopher whose ideas on existentialism, nihilism, and the Bermensch have left a lasting impact on modern thought. Nietzsche was born in 1844 in Raken, Prussia. His work covered a wide range of topics, including art, history, religion, and science, but he is perhaps best known for his declaration that God is dead. Philosophical ideas. Nietzsche's philosophy often challenged traditional moral values, advocating for the creation of one's own values and living authentically. His concept of the Bermensch, or Superman, was an ideal individual who transcends conventional morality to create their own life meaning. Struggles and legacy. Nietzsche's later years were marked by a mental breakdown, possibly due to syphilis or other health issues. Despite his tragic end, his provocative ideas continue to influence diverse fields such as philosophy, literature, and psychology. Part 4. Arthur Schopenhauer. Now, let's explore the life of Arthur Schopenhauer, a German philosopher known for his pessimistic philosophy and unique character. Schopenhauer was born in 1788 in Danzig, now Gdańsk, Poland. He was heavily influenced by Eastern philosophies, particularly Buddhism, and his work emphasized the concept of the will to live as the driving force behind human existence. Philosophical views. Schopenhauer believed that life is characterized by endless striving and suffering, and that true happiness could only be found through the negation of desires. His work, The World as Will and Representation, delves into these ideas in great detail. Eccentricities. Schopenhauer had a notoriously difficult personality. He lived alone with his poodle, whom he named Atman, and often referred to humans with disdain. Despite his grim outlook on life, his writings have inspired many, including artists and writers. Part 5. Ludwig Wittgenstein. Finally, we reach the 20th century with Ludwig Wittgenstein, an Austrian-British philosopher known for his work in logic, the philosophy of language, and the philosophy of mind. Wittgenstein was born in 1889 in Vienna, Austria. He studied engineering before turning to philosophy under the guidance of Bertrand Russell. Philosophical contributions. Wittgenstein's early work, Tractatus Logico-Philosophicus, aimed to identify the relationship between language and reality. Later, he challenged his earlier views in philosophical investigations, which introduced the concept of language games and the idea that meaning is derived from use. Unique personality. Wittgenstein was known for his intense and often volatile personality. He gave away his considerable inheritance, lived a minimalist lifestyle, and frequently retreated to rural isolation to think and write. His dedication to his work and his unorthodox teaching methods left a lasting impression on his students and colleagues. Were Spartans the most badass people ever? Welcome to our exploration of ancient Greece, where we'll delve into the lives, culture, and extraordinary prowess of the Spartans. Renowned for their warrior society, the Spartans have left a lasting mark on history. Today, we'll examine whether they were truly the most badass people ever. The Spartan Society. An overview. The Spartans were citizens of Sparta, a powerful city-state in ancient Greece. Unlike other Greek city-states, Sparta was unique for its intense focus on military training and discipline. From a young age, Spartans were prepared to be warriors, and their entire society was organized around military needs. The agoge, training from birth. The path to becoming a Spartan warrior began at birth. Newborns were inspected for physical defects, and those deemed unfit were left to die on Mount Taygetus. At the age of 7, boys were taken from their families and entered the agoge, a state-sponsored training program designed to shape them into elite soldiers. The agoge emphasized physical endurance, survival skills, and combat training. Boys endured harsh conditions, minimal clothing, and meager rations, forcing them to be resourceful and resilient. They were encouraged to steal food to survive, but if caught, they were punished not for stealing, but for being caught. The Syestia, brotherhood and comradeship. A key aspect of Spartan life was the Syestia, communal meals that promoted camaraderie among soldiers. Each soldier contributed to the meal from their own share of food and game. This practice fostered a sense of equality and unity as they ate, trained, and fought together. Spartan women, the backbone of Spartan society. Spartan women were unique in ancient Greece. They had more freedom and responsibilities compared to women in other city-states. Educated and physically fit, Spartan women managed households and estates while the men were away. They were known for their boldness and were expected to produce strong offspring. A famous saying attributed to Spartan women is, "Come back with your shield," or on it, highlighting the expectation of bravery and the disgrace of cowardice. The Battle of Thermopylae, a testament to Spartan valor. The Battle of Thermopylae in 480 BC is one of the most famous episodes in Spartan history. Led by King Leonidas, a small force of 300 Spartans, along with a few thousand allies, held off a much larger Persian army led by King Xerxes. Although ultimately defeated, the Spartans' stand became a symbol of courage and sacrifice, echoing through history. The Peloponnesian War, Sparta versus Athens. The Peloponnesian War 431 to 400 for BC was a protracted and devastating conflict between Sparta and Athens. Sparta, with its formidable land army, and Athens, with its powerful navy, were locked in a struggle for supremacy in Greece. Despite initial setbacks, the Spartans eventually emerged victorious, showcasing their resilience and strategic acumen. Spartan military innovations. Spartan military prowess wasn't just. They were also innovators in tactics and strategy. The phalanx formation, a tightly knit unit of soldiers with overlapping shields and spears, became a standard in Greek warfare. Their rigorous training ensured that Spartans could execute complex maneuvers with precision, making them a formidable force on the battlefield. The decline of Sparta. Despite their legendary status, Sparta eventually faced decline. The rigid social structure, reliance on a dwindling citizen population, and continuous warfare took their toll. The decisive blow came in 371 BC at the Battle of Leuctra, where the Thebans, led by Epaminondas, defeated the Spartans and ended their dominance in Greece. The Spartan legacy. The legacy of the Spartans extends far beyond their military achievements. They have become an enduring symbol of discipline, resilience, and martial excellence. Their story has been romanticized and mythologized, influencing modern military training, literature, and popular culture. Were the Spartans the most badass people ever? Their unparalleled dedication to military excellence, rigorous training from birth, and indomitable spirit in battle certainly make a compelling case. While they were not without flaws and ultimately faced decline, the Spartans remain one of the most formidable warrior societies in history. Their legacy continues to inspire and captivate, solidifying their place as some of the most badass people ever to walk the earth. Final thoughts. As we conclude our journey into the world of the Spartans, it's clear that their influence and reputation as elite warriors are well-earned. Whether in the heat of battle or the discipline of daily life, the Spartans exemplified a level of badassery that few others have matched. Their story is a testament to the heights of human endurance and the power